I'm Diane from Yoga in Bali. Today I'm going to do a Hatha Vinyasa class, which is more movements, more postures. So throughout this class, please honour your bodies. We're all unique beings. I want you to listen to your uniqueness. Not just listen to it, but be happy with where you are right now. Modify where you need to. I will try and give different modifications for you, but you know your body better than anybody else. So you do what's best for you. So right now we'll make our way down onto the mat. We're coming into a semi-supine position, laying on your backs with the knees bent. We have the arms beside the body, starting now with pelvic wave movement, which is just to warm the spine up. So as you inhale, the tailbone tilts down. You have that bigger natural arch in the lower back. The arms will come up and over the head. When you exhale, you push the lower back into the mat, tilt the pubic bone forward, and the arms come down. Inhale, tailbone down, arms coming up, that bigger natural arch. And exhale, coming on down. Now don't rush this, go with your breath 3 more times. After that third exhalation, allowing the arms just to rest beside the body. Raise your right foot up, rotate the ankle in a circle, around one way. We just do a little bit of warming up. If you want to do a longer warming up sequence, go the opposite way. Then I suggest that you watch the warm up routine that I did the other day. Watch that first. Not just watch it with your cup of coffee, but actually practice it and then commence with this one. Now we're going to straighten the leg, push through the heel, point your toes away from you. If your leg is unable to come up high like this with your knees straight, then please bring it down. That's perfectly fine. Flex the toes, push through the heel, and then point the toes away from you. Flex that foot again. Now take hands to the back of the leg. We're going to imagine the leg as a rope. We're going to climb up that rope, going up to as high as you're able to go. 2 breaths. Then slowly, mindfully walking all the way back down. Taking hands back to the mat. Bend that right knee, take the foot to the mat. Lift the left one up, rotate the ankle in a circle, round one way. And then go the other way. So we're working in opposite way to gravity here. Now, keeping that ankle still, raise that leg up just so it's straight. Point the toes away from you. Flex them to you. Point away. And flexing to you. Take your hands to the back of the leg. Slowly climb up your rope, bringing your head up as high as you can. Couple of breaths. And then walking your hands all the way back down, lower head and shoulders down. Releasing that leg back to the mat. We're going to hug the knees into the chest, rock from side to side, making those movements that feel good for your back. And now cross one ankle over the other, bring the knees wide. Either hold onto the feet, the ankles, or the legs. We're going to rock forward and back a few times, massaging the whole back until we come into a seated position. So we're into our seated position, lengthen through the spine. And taking hands into your prayer position. If you need to prop your hips up here, feel free to do so. If your knees are really sore with your legs crossed, don't cross them. Either bring them out or you can take them to one side like this or the other. Whatever suits your body. Hands into your prayer position, 2 rounds of circle of joy. Inhale here. Exhale, interlace fingers, push palms away. Bring your head down between the arms, navel to spine. Inhale, lifting arms all the way up. Exhale, release, bring the arms behind you, interlace fingers, pull shoulder blades together, look up toward the ceiling. Exhale, release the hands, take them all the way to the front, palms together. Inhale, back to the heart center. Exhale, interlace fingers, push palms away, navel to spine, head down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, releasing the arms, bringing them down behind you, interlace fingers, pull shoulder blades together, looking up. Exhale, release the arms, bringing them to the front. And inhale, back to the heart center. 2 breaths here. Inhale here. Exhale, just twist to one side. Look over your shoulder. Inhale, back to the center. Exhale, twist to the other side. Inhale, back to the center. Releasing the hands, take them beside you. Take your legs out wide. Hands to the front, lengthen through the spine. Now we're going to flex the feet, which activates the muscles. When you activate the muscles, they draw the joints in, which will help protect the knees. And we're also strengthening more into the muscles. So lengthen through that spine. Hold here a couple of breaths. And now we're going to walk the hands just a couple of hand widths forward. If you can, leading with the heart. The Anahata chakra. The 4th chakra, that green spinning disc, sending out love and compassion to everybody. And now rounding the back and walk your hands down. Just as far as you're able to go, noticing, being aware of where you can feel this. Are your feet still active? Looking forward, walk both hands around to the one leg, it doesn't matter which one, holding on to that leg, bring your head toward the knee. Looking forward, walking the hands all the way around to the opposite leg, head toward the knee. Looking forward, walk the hands back to the front and then in towards you. Take the hands beside you. Bring the soles of the feet together. Now it's up to you if you want to bring the hips closer to the heels, or you might choose just to bring the heels closer to the hips, or you might choose just to have them further away, either holding onto the lower legs, the ankles, or the feet. Lengthen through that spine. Bring the shoulder blades down your back and allow gravity to work on your knees here. We're not forcing it. So some people may have their knees up here or here. Others down lower. Whatever is going on for you at the moment is okay, as long as there is no pain. Lengthen through the spine. A few more breaths. Now we're going to let the legs go. Take your left hand on underneath that left knee. Bring it over onto the right one. Walk both hands around behind you. Look over your right shoulder into a spinal twist. Then walking the hands all the way back, take your left knee into the sole of that right foot. One hand on each side of that right leg. Walk your hands down. Relax over the leg for 2 breaths. Next inhale, walking the hands all the way up. Take your right hand to the mat. Push into that hand, lift your hips. Raise your left straight arm over your ear. The straighter the arm, the more of a stretch you will feel in the side body. And allow the arm to come down, bringing the hips down. Now we'll take that left foot again to the right foot, soles together, having the knees reach wherever they need to be. 2 breaths. Now release the feet, take that right hand under the right knee, bring the knee over to the opposite one. Walk both hands around behind you into your spinal twist. Then walking the hands all the way back. Let's take that right knee into the sole of that left foot. One hand on each side of the left knee. And walk your hands down, rest over that left leg. 2 breaths. Looking forward, walking the hands all the way back up. Now we'll take that right foot back to the left. Knees out. Lengthen through the spine, shoulder blades down the back. Take your hands off the legs or the feet, lift the knees up, wrap your arms around the legs, walk the feet in, curl up like a ball, head down, bring navel into your spine. And then lifting the head up, release the legs. From here, we're going to come onto your hands and knees. So you transition onto your hands and knees, however you choose. We're having the knees under the hips, hands under the shoulders. A few little cat stretches here. Inhale, tailbone comes up, spine dips down and the head up. Exhale, rounding the back, navel to spine and head down. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, head down. And 2 more with your breath. And then come back to that neutral tabletop position. And from here, walk your hands one hand width further forward. We're going to tuck your toes under, lifting your hips up. Stay on the balls of the feet. Keep your knees bent into your down dog, but we're going to pedal it out. Walking your dog. Releasing into the back of the legs. And then come high onto the balls of the feet. Bend your knees. Push the upper body towards the thighs. Allow the knees to straighten as much as they can, bringing the heels toward the mat. Hug your armpits in towards your body. Activate the thighs by lifting the knees up towards the thighs. Bring your navel to your spine. 2 more breaths. And now we're going to bring the feet a little bit closer together. Come onto the balls of the feet again. Bend the knees. Now bring the heels toward the mat. 2 breaths. Bending the knees. We're going to walk up to the top of the mat, but we're crisscross, so right foot will come over towards the left side, in front of the left foot. Then the left foot will come over to the right side, crisscrossing all the way up to the front of your mat. Hanging down now, having the feet about hip width apart. Hold on to your elbows into your dangling pose. Release the neck. Have that, the knees are bent. Now releasing the arms, we're going to lift all the way up. And take the palms of the hands together, interlace the fingers, pointers to the ceiling, side stretch one way, coming back up and side stretch the other way, and coming back up. Release the hands behind you, interlace fingers, pull shoulder blades together, expand into the chest, looking up. Exhale, fold forward. Let the hands follow you down. Keeping the knees soft. Next inhale, lifting all the way back up. Releasing the arms. Rotate those shoulders a few times around one way. And then the other way. Now we'll come toward the front of your mat. I'm going to do a little bit of a Vinyasa sequence here. Hands into your prayer position. So hands are in your prayer position. Inhale, lifting arms up, a little bit of a back bend. Exhale, folding down, hands to the mat, head toward the knees. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, head back to the knees. Now if your hands don't touch the mat here, bend your knees enough so they do touch the mat. We're going to step back with the right foot into your runner's lunge. Looking forward, push that right heel away from you. Keep your right hand on the mat. Take your left hand to the lower back, twist to the left. Stay here or raise the arm above the shoulder. Taking the hand back down. We're going to step back into your plank. The body is firm. Bring navel into your spine. Lengthen through. Lift the hips just a little bit. So you're protecting your lower back. Now take knees to the mat, tops of feet. Bring your hips to your heels, extended child pose. From here, scooping into cobra, which can be a bit of a tricky movement, so just do the best you can. Lift hips up, bring chin and chest between the hands and scooping into your cobra. Bringing the head back down, tuck toes under, lift into your down dog. 3 breaths here. Inhale, raise right leg up behind you, lift it up. Looking forward. And as you exhale, step that right foot between your hands. If that step is too long for you, you pick the leg up and you put it there. From here, coming into your Crescent Lunge. It's a balance, so be aware. We're lifting up, arms are coming up above the head. Back toes are still tucked under. Crescent Lunge. Now take the right hand behind you. You might be able to locate the back of that left thigh or just on your back. Side stretch to the right. Lifting all the way back up, take both arms up. Lay that left heel onto the mat now, coming into Warrior One, Virabhadrasana 1. Sinking a bit deeper. Squaring the hips as much as possible. Few more breaths. Now taking hands into your prayer position. Turn to the upper left corner of your mat. Bow down on the inside of that leg. Humble warrior. No contact between the upper body and the thigh. One more breath down here. Then inhale, lift up, arms are wide, coming into Warrior Two. Virabhadrasana 2. Arms are the same height as the shoulders. Knee is over the ankle. Sink a little bit further. Trying to keep the hips and the shoulders in alignment. Back leg straight and strong. Anchoring the outside of that back foot onto the mat. Left hand onto the leg, dancing warrior. Right arm up and over. Lifting that right arm up, coming to angle pose. Lower right arm onto the thigh. Left straight arm over the ear. This might be enough for you to stay right here. If you're a little more advanced, then feel free to bring your hand down toward the mat, maybe just the fingertips. Next inhale, lifting all the way back up, back into your Virabhadrasana to Warrior Two. 2 breaths here. Then exhale, aeroplane, the arms down to the mat, tuck your back toes under and step forward with that left foot. Bring your head to your knees as you exhale. Inhale, lifting all the way up, arms coming up, palms together. Exhale, hands into your prayer. Stay a couple of breaths here. Now we're going to repeat to the opposite side. Inhale, lifting the arms all the way up, little back bend. Exhale, folding down. So hands can either come to the lower legs or the mat, head toward the knees. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, head back to the knees. Hands on the mat, so bend your knees enough so they reach. And step back with your left foot. Back into your runner's lunge. Hold it here, push the back heel away from you. Now take right hand to the lower back, twisting to the right. Staying here or raise your arm up. And take right hand back down onto the mat. Step back with that right foot into your plank. Lengthen through the body. Push the heels away. Navel up to the spine. Bring knees down, tops of feet, bring hips to heels. Extended child. Into your cobra. And tucking toes under and lifting into down dog. Hold a few breaths here in down dog, just to make any adjustments you need to make. Now raise your left leg behind you, lifting it all the way up, and then looking forward, step forward with that left foot, or pick your foot up and place it down. Now we're coming into Crescent Lunge, our little balance here. You might be stronger on one side than you were on the other. Lifting up into your Crescent Lunge. Hold a couple of breaths. Now take left hand all the way around. Maybe locate the back of that right thigh or just on your back or your buttocks. Side stretch over to the left. Inhale, release, lift all the way up. Lay that back heel down onto that angle. Warrior one. Following your breath at all times. Both hands into a prayer position. Turn to the upper right corner of your mat, bowing down, humble warrior. No contact between the upper body and the thigh. Inhale, lifting all the way up, warrior two. Taking arms wide. Reposition the feet if you need to. Knee over ankle, back leg as straight as you can make it. Hips and the shoulders in alignment. Look over your left arm. Sink a bit deeper. Dancing warrior. Back hand, back leg, palm of other one up and over. Keeping that front knee over the ankle. Coming all the way up, angle pose, lower left arm onto the thigh. Right straight arm over your ear. Only going deeper if your body lets you. Inhale, lifting all the way up, arms wide. Exhale, aeroplane the arms down to the mat, tuck back toes under. And then step forward with that right foot. Bring your head to your knees as you exhale. Inhale, lifting all the way up, arms up, palms together. Exhale, hands to prayer. Well done everybody. Taking now the soles of the feet on the mat. The toes are a little bit closer together than what the heels are. Outsides of the feet parallel. Coming into Tadasana, our standing pose. So be very aware of your body positioning. You may feel a little bit pigeon-toed, and that's okay. Raise the toes and spread them and bring them down. Now, you can either anchor into the outsides of each foot, or you can imagine a triangle on both feet, both soles of the feet. One point is on the heels, the other two is on the pads behind the little toe and the big toe. Draw that triangle in your mind's eye, or the square in your mind's eye. Anchor into those points. As you anchor, lift your arches and encourage everything to come upward. The knees move up towards the thighs. A little bit of space at the back of the knees. Thighs engaged. Bring navel into the spine and allow the tailbone to come down to the heels. Lengthen through the spine. Have the chin parallel to the ground. Roll the shoulders forward, lifting them up. Bring them back and let the arms rest beside the body. So your chest now is expanded. Defy gravity here. Lengthen more and more. Feel free to close your eyes down or find that spot that's steady to gaze at. Now relaxing that posture. You can keep your eyes closed if you choose. And notice any changes within your body from practicing yoga this morning, or this afternoon, or this evening, wherever you are, whatever time of day or night it is. Know that any changes that you feel have been brought about by these powerful effects of yoga. So we'll come into quite a subtle balance here. So we're going to take the weight onto the left foot to start with. Take right foot forward, but heel touching toes. Now your hands can be out to balance you, onto the hips, or into your prayer position, whatever suits. Find that steady spot to gaze at, and let's stay 5 breaths. Now, after that 5th breath, staying here, but try and close your eyes for a moment and notice the difference. Then opening your eyes, releasing and stepping back, walking into the feet. If you notice when you closed your eyes that you're a bit wobbly, or you may have even lost your balance, that's because you've cut off the visual stimulation. So then you're just relying on your balance without vision. Opposite side, left foot in front of the right, heel toe touching. Hands wherever you choose. Find that steady spot to gaze at. 5 breaths. Closing your eyes just for a moment or two, see what happens. And then opening your eyes. I'm a very visual person, so I always lose my balance there. And bringing the feet back together. From here, we're going to come toward the front of your mat. Let's take, well actually no, we might do opposite. Come towards the back of your mat. Take your toes out, mat width apart, heels in, hands into your prayer position. See if you can come into a squat. Now, squat of your choice. So it'll be up to your knees. If your knees are up to a low squat, then go ahead and do that. If not, then you stay up higher. And then lifting all the way back up without placing your hands back on the mat. Then coming back down into your squat. A few breaths. Taking your hands forward, bring knees down, hip width apart, feet hip width apart. Walk your hands down onto the mat. Rest down the whole body onto your mat. Rest with your head on your forehead for a few moments. And now we'll take the elbows underneath the shoulders. Hands in front. Lengthen the spine down. Have the shoulder blades come down the back. Expand around the front of the collarbones into your Sphinx Pose. This is a little back bend. Because you're contracting into the back, you're strengthening. And now take feet apart, maybe mat width apart. Still encourage those shoulder blades to come down the back. Inhale here. Exhale, turn the head to one side. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, turn the head to the opposite side. Inhale, back to the center. 2 more breaths here. Now moving the feet so they are again hip width apart. We're going to take the hands underneath the shoulders, bring forehead to mat. Keeping the elbows in if you can. Coming into Cobra, we use strength of your back, not your hands. So inhale, lifting up, using that back strength. Now to know you're using the back strength, raise your hands off the mat. Feet stay on the mat. Gently replace the hands down. Still using your back strength. Turn your head one way, look over your shoulder. Back to center. Turn your head the opposite way, looking over the shoulder. And back to center. Bring the forehead back down to the mat. Push now into your hands. Lift the body up. Arch the back up so you're on hands and knees. Bring navel to spine, releasing into that lower back. And then bring hips to heels. Take your hands behind you. Make little fists. Tap into your back or buttocks or anywhere that feels good for you, just to release any tensions you may have left. And then releasing. And sitting up so you're bringing the hands in towards you. From here, we'll come onto your buttocks with your knees, your legs out. Knees and legs, feet. Lengthening through the legs. Flex the feet. Bend that right knee, take the foot close to your body. Wrap your right arm around that leg. Take left hand beside you and twist to look over that left shoulder. Stay 2 breaths. Coming back to the center. Opposite way. Wrap that left arm around your leg, right hand behind you. Is your left leg still active? Flexing that foot. Twist now to the right, looking over the shoulder. Inhale, coming back. Release the leg. Let that leg lengthen out. Flex that right foot. Bring the left leg close to you. Wrap your left arm around that leg, hugging it in. Right hand either beside you or behind you. And then turning to look over your right shoulder. Coming back to the center, swapping your arms. Lengthen through the spine, left hand behind you. Exhale, twist to the left. Next inhale, coming all the way back. Exhale, release that leg. Flexing both feet, making sure you're on the sit bones here. Take one hand on each side of the leg, lengthen through that spine. Walk the hands a little way down. Just until you feel that bit of resistance happening in the back of the leg, leading with the heart. Now you can round your back, walk the head down, walk the hands down, let the head relax. If you have back issues, please bend your knees. It will release the lower back for you. Lifting the head and then walking the hands all the way back. Now we'll turn the head to look over one shoulder. Nod yes a couple of times. Change your mind and no. Keeping head still, bring it back to the center. Head over the opposite shoulder, nodding yes. Change your mind and go no. Head still, back to center. Rotate those shoulders one way and then the other way. And now, if you'd like to, you can make yourselves comfortable laying on your backs. We're going to do a Shavasana, just a short relaxation. I will do one video itself with Yoga Nidra for you to follow when you like. But right now, we'll practice Shavasana. So laying on your backs, allow the shoulder blades to sink down, the shoulders to sink down. If your lower back is sore, feel free to bend the knees, feet to the mat. Otherwise, you can lengthen your legs out. Feet flopped apart. Arms resting in the best position for you, or beside the body with the palms facing up. You usually have the palms facing up because we have a lot of nerves in the palms of our hands. And if they're facing down, then you're more likely to be distracted with feeling things. Make yourselves warm enough. Either popping warmer clothing on or use a blanket. You can have a cushion under your head. If you have an eye cushion, place that over your eyes. Or you can always place a hand towel over your eyes. Shavasana is a dead man's pose. It's called dead man's pose because we remain still. The only thing we do is breathe. Our breath will create its own movement within the body. This is where it's different from dead man's pose. We are able to breathe. Be thankful that you have your breath. We're going to use the breath throughout your Shavasana practice. So notice the inhale and the exhale. Notice the movement of your body with each breath in and breath out. You're breathing in and breathing out. Notice where the movement is within the body. Now I'd like you to imagine that your in-breath is a particular colour that you choose, and it's a healing energy that's coming in your body. When you take that in-breath, that healing energy disperses throughout your whole body, sending energy, love, and release to the whole body. Now when you exhale, you can change the colour if you choose, visualising a different colour. But that exhalation is getting rid of any stale air, any tensions that you're still holding on to, or tightness, any toxins. Exhaling completely. So inhale your beautiful colour, sending healing energy throughout the whole body. Exhaling, changing the colour and sending out toxins and tensions and tightness. Inhaling, healing. Exhaling, releasing toxins. Inhaling, healing. Exhaling, releasing. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Continue following your own breath with that healing energy coming in and releasing anything you don't need to hold on to with the exhale. Now, you can feel free to stay where you are, continuing to follow your breath in and out, or you can slowly start to make movements of the body. Deepen the breath, listen to the sounds around you, making small movements with fingers and toes. Rotating the wrists and the ankles. And then inhale deeply and reach the arms up and over the head, stretch through your body. And exhale, bringing the arms down, knees into the chest, and make any movements that feel good for you. Rolling over to your right side. You're just staying there until you're ready to come into a seated position. When you come into your seated position, taking hands into your prayer position. Namaste.